Hey everyone, Alan Schimmel, DevOps.com, DevOps TV, here at DevOps Enterprise Summit, London 2017. And we're joined by Alexa Alley of Hearst Media. Hi Alexa.
Yes. Hi Alan, great
Nice
to
to have
be
you
here.
here. Thank
It's great
you.
to be here, I love it.
So you just, you've presented before at DevOps Enterprise Summit, to be fair.
Yes.
Over in San Francisco,
Yep.
I guess that was last October, November.
Yep, in 2016.
Yep, and now 2017, you're over here in UK?
Yes, in London. It's amazing.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
So it's funny, I looked at my passport before coming here because I have to get my passport's expiring.
Right.
So I've been to London 12 times in the
Wow.
last 7 years.
That's
Which
amazing.
is pretty, it's kind of like home away from home. But
Last time I was here was about 15 years ago, so I hardly
Really?
remember it,
Oh,
really.
okay, yeah. No, it's a fun place to come.
Yeah.
But you presented on value stream mapping today.
Yes.
So value stream mapping is something that's pretty familiar to me. We covered that kind of thing a lot on DevOps.com. But let's start off with this. Assume people out in our audience are not familiar with value stream mapping. What do we mean when we say value stream mapping?
What we do, and Hearst Business Media takes a very unique approach to how we go about these. We pick a very specific value stream or a workflow or a project within a business or a team, all the way from customer request up through delivery. And what we do is we dig into every single process that goes from request back up to when the customer can actually consume the product. And we map this out and get the metrics on how long it takes for the customer to see real value from the requests that came in. And we map this out on one board. What is it like now, and where do we want to go with it? What is our ideal future state for this current process that we're looking at and really trying to dig deeper into?
Got it. And, value stream mapping is a pretty common exercise in many organizations, for those who are not familiar. But in your presentation today, Alexa, you took it maybe to the next level, which is, okay, you've done your value stream mapping, now what?
Right.
And if you could share with our audience a little bit about that, that would be great.
Yeah, so we talked about, this is a long process. While the workshop is only 3 days, you have to plan for about a year of real change for these to really happen. So we talked today about what are the metrics you can use and making sure that you get business and leadership and team buy-in to the entire process, making sure they allot time to actually change and understand that there are going to be big projects and big things that come out of this that need to be done in order to improve the workflow. So really making sure that everybody understands this is an iterative process. You have to go back, you have to revisit it frequently, all the time. This should be very visible. If it's not visible, change isn't going to happen and you're going to get stuck in your old patterns of work and what you've been doing before. And then it was kind of a waste of 2 days. So how do you really go about showing the business and these teams that you're making progress and moving forward with this and continuing to iterate and study and readjust your goals and projects?
And that's excellent. So someone who tells me, we did value stream mapping 2 years ago.
Right.
Probably a lot of it. But so we do our value stream mapping. We come up with our findings, if you will, our results, our plan going forward. Are there particular tools that you use to kind of track this going forward? I mean, is it simple Kanban kind of thing, or what do you do?
We make sure that the mapping team, we call it a transformation plan. We make sure that the mapping team creates the transformation plan and aligns it with the business goals.
Great.
Right. So what does the business need? Do they need more sales, more money, more features, less bugs, whatever that is, and make sure that these projects that you have on the transformation plan in some way contribute to that goal, right? And a lot of our teams are either Kanban or Scrum. So we make them trackable in Jira or Lean Kit or whatever tool they're most comfortable with. We don't really dictate what tool they use because it shouldn't be a super onerous process to even start this, right? So what tool are you comfortable with? And we preach that it's visible, like print it on a wall, somebody. If it's for your dev team, put it on the dev bay. Make it visible. Put the sticky notes on a card, and where is it? What's your new lead time? What's your new complete and accurate? How are you tracking it and making it very visible? So if it is a digital board, make sure everybody has access to that board too.
So, unfortunately, I've been involved with companies, and we've developed software in our engineering team. And one of the things that I've seen is, so like we were a security company, and we had a vulnerability management solution, and we used to call it the bad news generator, right? Because the last thing these developers want to see is a list of vulnerabilities they're going to go fix of what they've already developed before they can move on to the next thing. With value stream mapping, and then you have this transformation plan, change is inevitable, right? And nothing is written in stone.
Correct.
But yet we still in many cultures have this, I don't want to say we failed.
Right.
Or I don't want to say we didn't do the plan, right? And that's a cultural issue more than anything.
Absolutely.
How do you kind of instill that hey, this is not written in stone. This is a living, breathing document of, path forward.
Well, one of the things that I actually say very clearly in my talk is, so you failed. Good.
Right.
You should fail. You don't learn if you aren't failing and really understanding what the problem was and why you failed. So you measure that, you track it. You go back and you read through and try to understand what went wrong and how can you fix it for the next time, right? And when we go in and we host these workshops, we say, nobody's going to be fired for this. Nobody's going to be let go. We want to make your job, your life better. So what hurts? What are your pain points and how can we fix that? You will fail. There will be projects that don't work. There will be technologies, but start small. Start with those small projects or those small things that could make a huge difference. Because then if you fail at those, it's not a huge deal yet, right? And you test on things that aren't production, right? You test on things that don't matter as much right away so that you can start seeing these successes and be more comfortable with that change, because it takes a while to get comfortable with change, and everybody, like you said, is afraid of change. So trying to kind of negate some of that fear and letting them know there are some things that will fail, but that's okay. You should, but make sure you're measuring it so you understand why it failed.
Got it. Excellent point. So this is something that Hearst is doing across, and for those of the people in our audience who aren't familiar, Hearst, of course, owns multiple media properties. I don't even want to guess how many at this point.
Yeah, so we work on the business media side of it, and there are, I believe, 14 different companies in the healthcare, transportation, and financial verticals that we work with predominantly.
And kind of how do you measure the success of this initiative?
It depends on the team that we're working with, really. So we've done it with software development. So one of the main things is, are you releasing more frequently? Have you automated your releases? We go in, and before we even start the workshop, we make sure that these metrics are known. What are we trying to improve? And what are the ways that we can measure to make sure that it was successful? So is it less bugs? And we track the number of bugs that are pushed into production. Are there any outages? Are there less outages? How often are you deploying? Is it automated now? How many handoffs are there? How many different tools are being used now? And can we minimize some of the tools and the handoffs and the rework?
Cool. Excellent. Well, it sounds like you guys are doing a great job over at Hearst on this. And I know, just a quick shout out to Paula Comtois, who you work with, who is a rocket scientist when it comes to a lot of this DevOps stuff. But it sounds like you are too, so that's great. Continued success. Maybe you'll present in San. It's early. I don't know if they haven't picked it yet. But in San Francisco, maybe we'll get a catch up on that.
Yes, I submitted a CFP, so hopefully I'll see you in San Francisco.
Okay. Thank you for appearing.
Yeah.
This is Alan Schimmel, DevOps.com, DevOps TV, here at DevOps Enterprise Summit London 2017.